Hey guys, how are you doing? Casper here with a quick update on some of the stuff that we have been looking at, what to expect. This will have a little, a little focus with regarding to the oil, which starts to look really, really good. And we have been following that on the Substack. And yesterday, you can see here we have again two stocks here, two posts here, where I explain my reasoning for actually maybe we have the beginning. And again, we're up like 5% today on the oil, so it makes even more sense now. But also here we have the stocks that we look at when it comes to oil and gas, and they are still very valid, this post here or this video. So check it out on the Substack. Let's dive into the business here straight off. Quick video, by the way. I want to show you just a quick update on the platinum call we made right around here, 1050. That is the beginning to a major bull market in platinum. And the first target is close by, which is the triangle high up here from 2021. And it took only 4 weeks to get there. So from roughly 1,000 to 1,350. Massive move. But there is more to come. There is a lot more to come. So I'm not expecting anything big until we get to there. And even then, it might doesn't matter. So yeah, platinum, massive call. The miners we did an update on, when we started to do this move here has done tremendously well. We are very happy with that analysis and entries and investment on the Substack. Beautiful. Rhodium here. Also, you can see we're breaking this little mini flag here, just sitting on top. Again, platinum is going to move, rhodium is going to move, and it's going to be, again, platinum, palladium, rhodium is going to do really, really well in the next, year or two more, most likely. We are also going to show you an example, and that is the SUP, which was also a stock that we picked and actually hit pretty darn good. And that is the SUP here, where we said, anything north of roughly 0.67, and you have a massive long-term breakout. And we hit $1 basically the week after. And I just want to show you here the technicals that this here. You can see the high from that trend line. That is typical resistance. Plus we have these low hanging over here, right? We have a big level here. So $1 was expected to be hit roughly. And also $1, you're going from cents to a dollar. That is also a bit psychological. So we are seeing a little bit of a pullback here, but in the grand scheme of things, it shouldn't really bother us that much. We have a lot more upside to come for SUP. But we will probably have a teeny weeny pit stop here at roughly $1 and the triangle high. Good. I want to show you the Dixie as well. I just want to show you the importance of where it is today, because we have a 15-year trend line coming up. For now, that is massive resistance, massive support, right? We have a lot of support going on here, plus the fact that we have this 4-year support as well. So right here, there should be a lot of support for the Dixie. So, and since it is the third time we touch the golden, I could see the dollar do this, right? A little mini bounce before you break, then you break on the fourth, and then we collapse. That is my most likely scenario. However, of course, if we plunge straight through, I mean, that is extremely bearish, because that means there are no one to buy a big double support for the dollar. And that would be extremely bearish if that's gonna happen. And then you will see levels roughly at 90 if we break here. You will see 90 anyways, which way we take, but yeah. Gold, quickly here on gold. Again, you can see here we had this little mini blow off top, which, by the way, we also identified at the top here saying this is most likely a mini top, local top for this move. And then we were both, bullish consolidation here, breakout of this little head and shoulders, back test of the upper end of the formation, resumption. So for now, gold looks really, really strong. This, again, at this moment, nothing is wrong with gold. Same thing applies for silver. Again, silver is always a bit more difficult to chart, but again, you can see here we had a channel here which we were looking at. So again, we broke down from this mini uptrend, and the breakdown was quite calm, so that is good. And then we had a big liquidity boom sweep here. And then we snapped back yesterday. Breakout back test. So silver here looks really good as well. Long term, short term, mid term, silver looks astonishing. And I can't believe, again, people are still bearish on on silver because when we broke 26, in my book, that was one of the biggest moment in silver. And that is the moment people will look back on and say, hey, I wish I bought silver at 26. But again, it was all mentioned here and also YouTube on the Twitter. 26 in my book is a very, very key moment for silver. There are multiple reasons. That's also when gold broke out against inflation. That was also when gold broke out against, its 2075. So there were a lot to go on. And also here, that is also when we are finally breaking back above this big bear breakdown here back in 2013. So 26 was massive, long-term bullish, mid-term bullish, short-term bullish on silver. And the miners as well. We can have a quick dive into that one. No, we will not do that. We will actually not do that. We will do the important stuff today, that is oil. Oil here, because what we are seeing is extremely bullish and of course extremely volatile here initially. But we were waiting again. This was a big breakdown from the 4-year wedge. We can zoom out a bit here. That breakdown was very big, and we had a huge plunge. This is tariffs, by the way. Big tag of a 15-year long support, double bottom, and then we have the formation here, and we started to get a very interesting when we broke here to the upside of otherwise a bit of a bearish formation. Tagging 66 like 2 days ago, teeny weeny pullback, and then boom, straight in. And what you can see now is actually, if we go to the monthly, which is again the good long-term stuff here, we are trying to have a massive false breakdown. It seems like for now, massive false breakdown from the 4-year wedge, basically tagging here, the parallel to the 10-year trend line. And yeah, you can see here we're trying to do a false breakdown, and this could be very violent. It could become extremely violent. Also, from a candlestick perspective, look at the past 3 months here. We still have, half of the month left for this one here. But again, this is very, very bullish candlesticks behavior on oil. Crude, very similar here. Big test here of the long-term support. This was the wedge again. Breakdown, boom, test, rally. And yeah, this is again a bit early. I wouldn't say early still, but again, back to the video that we did here, where I explained, my reasoning, and also if we are to see, which I think we are gonna see gas, we're gonna see coal, we're gonna see the uranium spot price, we're gonna see I can't remember what is it more. I'm missing one here. Anyway, so if they are going to move as well, this definitely confirms the next big leg up in energy, and you will have a ton of inflation later on. But remember, it's not because energy. I mean, energy, when you have these big moves, always reacts to money printing, right? That is what it is reacting to. So, and or front running. Also here again, the platinum. If you do the overlay here on platinum onto the USD WTI, you would notice that they are very much in sync. Maybe not the past 4 years as much, but still definitely there are correlation between platinum, and platinum has made a huge, huge breakout here. Oil should follow. So if you want to find some oil stocks to get into during this what seems like a big run up starting in the last few days, you should check out this post here. That is where the levels are given, when to get in, all that good stuff. So let's see here. Let's see here. Again, this is the one of the stocks that we were looking at on the Substack, which I will mention here, and that is a Norwegian one. I expect it has a US ticker as well, but we can see here an uptrend going on for 20 years. Yeah. And what is interesting now is this little pocket here. So you can see we are basically hitting horizontal support and the uptrend, and you have this wedge pattern going on here. And we are peaking above our level at this moment, which is roughly around, 260. So anything, getting above 260, maybe a daily close, weekly close. I would assume it to pop today, big time though. That is your entry. So again, above 260, and you could see the uptrend here. Again, all of a sudden it starts to, again, you could start to see some really, really big moves coming out of the gate here over the next, you know, 2, 3, 4 years, really, because this is a long-term pattern. So these are the things we're trying to get right here, and this is a good one. Again, check out the videos, guys, and I think that's it. I don't have much more at this moment in time. I think we should watch rates as well. I think they are at a pivotal moment here over the next weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks. So yeah, have a great day, guys. It's been a pleasure, and stay safe. Cheers. Bye.